Hello and welcome to the stream. We are racing in Mexico for the second round of the inaugural season of RRL. Very full lobby, 16 people racing today, and I'm going to commentate over all of it. Some of the strongest drivers on the grid today: Pilot Plane, the Toro Rosso, Geordie F1 in the Williams, and then you got further up the grid, you've got Ryan Webb GB, CRR Alex YTB14, Laurie Quee, some of the top names. I can't list them all, I think everyone is top here personally, but we are going to get ready now as the drivers begin to ready up. Short qualifying, 50% race, realistic cars, that is the quirk of this series. Everyone is in realistic cars depending on how good their performances were in time trials. Welcome Threven, Laggy Racer and Bear Life NL. Welcome to the stream. As now 14 drivers have readied up. Juan and Evernity are yet to do so, but we are going to get underway here in Mexico very soon. It's a hotly anticipated race today, and I promise no leaving halfway through like last race. So, who are the ones to look out for? Well, the ones I've already mentioned: Pilot Plane, Geordie F1, Laggy Racer is one of them as well. All of them really, they're all top drivers, and I think anyone can really take pole with this stipulation. As now qualifying is underway, who is going to be the first one to exit the garage and go onto the track? That is the person that we will follow along the lap with. As we anticipate who comes out on track right now. Any one of you, come on. Oh, I hear an engine firing up. Who is it for? I believe it is for, oh, it is for Your Boy Crin. He had a very tough race in the opening round. Alex YTB14. Oh, they're all coming out at the same time. Oh! And that was Ryan Webb GB almost making contact there. But we are going to follow on board. I think we'll go on with Alex YTB14. He's the first man officially out on track. He's trying to get some heat into those tyres. Very strong driver. He is a pad player, but that does not mean he is any worse of a driver than the men with the wheels. And he's actually letting everyone past, and now it is Ryan Webb GB out in front, so we'll go on board with him as everyone's on their outlap aside from Prime, Pilot Plane, Demon Racing, Milano, Juan, Jura, Kefman. They are the ones who are still in the pits. They're waiting to set their laps. 16 drivers, a very full and a hotly contested lobby is now coming through the middle sector. Very tough part of the track to absolutely nail, easy to take, hard to master. But now he is into the third sector. Welcome to the stream, Young Pizza. Hope you enjoy this race. As, they're all going very slowly now to try and just get that extra bit of heat into the tyres. As now Ryan Webb GB is going to begin his lap around Mexico. Of course, I think is Your Boy Crin, who I believe is the car behind. Yes, he will have a fair amount of pace due to the slipstream and just being in that Mercedes. And there is a Toro Rosso letting everyone go by. That is Pilot Plane, the only Toro Rosso today. Is now coming through. I just clocked, I did not turn on lap data or telemetry, any of that. And now, coming through the second sector, it is Ryan Webb GB. 43 seconds on this lap so far. Gonna nice kiss the apex. That was a good line through there. Just lifting off on the throttle, really nice bit there. Only a tad bit of braking there. Strict corner cutting rules, so you really do not want to extend the track today. Is now coming through into the third sector. The 58 seconds is the split. We will see where that puts him by the end of this lap. Of course, he will be top originally, but depending on the fates of the other drivers, that is to be unknown. Yellow flags in sector 1 and 2 and 3. Oh dear. There's now a 118.2 from Ryan Webb, and then a 118.1 from Laggy Racer. He's going to top the charts. Now let's see CRL Alex YTB14. It's on his lap. Game Freaks. So it's a 117.6. I should also turn on the tyre compound. That'd be quite handy. I've turned everything off. Alright, detail. Let's do best. That would work. So on the medium tyres was Game Freaks, setting a 117.6. And what I don't... Oh, there's Alex YTB almost losing it there. I was close to him spinning out and ruining his tyres as Pilot Plane goes quickest with a beautiful 116.8. And that sets him far apart from everyone else. Of course, he is on the soft compound tyres, so we do have to take that for granted. There's now the Mercedes cars beginning to come into the box. One goes in, the other comes out. Let's see. Let's go on board with Juan on his lap. He's just started it in the first sector. There's now opening DRS, getting the drag reduction there. There's a thing flying across the screen, revving out the engine to the max. Engine braking, a tiny little lock up that shouldn't affect him too harshly, but now he is flying through, and Kefman has lost connection to the session. Hopefully he can rejoin, as that's unfortunate for him. Milano goes 5th fastest ahead of Loriqui, behind Ryan Webb. There's the Mercedes of Is Your Boy Corinne letting everyone through. Let's go back on board with Juan. He's abandoned this lap. Juan has abandoned his lap. He's decided he's going to maybe try again or come into the pits perhaps. Still a lot of drivers not set their laps yet. Let's go on board with Geordie F1, one of the quickest drivers on the grid. That's why he's in the Williams. Of course, last weekend saw Nicholas 7349 now removed from the league after an incident with Loriqui, and that is a racing point spun around. That is CRL Alex YTB14 sheepishly rejoining onto the track, and that's a shame for him. He's now coming through into the third sector. Geordie F1, this boat of a Williams, where can that put him? If he can even get close to the top of the session, that would be incredible for him, really. As now, where's he going to put his car? 6th fastest in that Williams on the hard compound tyres. Now, it might not look like much, but that is a sensational lap. Pilot Plane still out in front though. And I cannot switch. Okay, what the hell was that? I can't go higher than Jura. That's very interesting. He's going to back off on that lap. There's now Juan setting his fastest lap. What can he do here? He's 8 seconds quicker on this lap. Good job him. 56 seconds in the second sector. Compare that to Ryan Webb. He should be right up at the front here. Could he maybe contest with Pilot Plane here? It's going to be close. Coming to the line. Juan 2004 623 tops the session. Only by 1/10 of a second though. And that was a great lap. I should have really caught that. Now let's go on board with the Red Bull of Jimmy Hast. In the Red Bull car. Did not attend the first race of the season. Flying through the middle sector. What can he do? Well, we're gonna find out. That's what So what's going to happen is now coming through the middle sector, 57 is the fastest, is his time there. So it's about a second off of Juan. Where will that put him? One of the only drivers to have not set a lap. Here he comes across the line, and he goes second fastest. He really pulled the cat out of the bag in that. Goes ahead of Pilot Plane and sits behind Juan. Is your boy Crin. Right now he's 2/10 down on this lap. Yellow flag, sector 2. 59.2, and yes, he's going to abandon this lap. Is he? I have no clue what's going on here. Is he attempting to put a good lap in? No, there's no way. He's turned off the RS deployment. He's going to come in. No, he's not. He's going to turn up the deployment. He's going to go again. And we will follow along board with him on this lap. Yellow flag, sector 3. Geordie's set 4 laps on these hards. He's just wearing them out. Guess he's just trying to feel for the track. I don't think he's going to want to start the race on these hards. It's a little bit of a track extension there from Is Your Boy Crin. His ERS charge. D rating. He's a 10th up on his time, so it's still not much. But if he starts from the back, he does get a fresh set of tyres. Come on, Is Your Boy. I'm rooting for you today. Let's see what you can do here. Go on, son. Now coming through in the sweeping S's. A little bit of... he runs a bit wide there. And he is 5/10 up on his time. Another yellow flag in sector 3. That is a Haas that has gone off. That could be Laurie Quee, or it could be... is Laurie Quee even in the session? Yeah, he is. It was not him. I think it was Prime. No, would have been laggy then. But it's your boy. It's gonna stay in 13th, but he's bridged the gap a bit to Laurie Quee on his medium tyres. And it's your boy. 13th fastest. Coming on an outlap now is Juan on a set of softs. As Laurie Quee goes 5th fastest with a 1:17.2. There's a stonking lap there. Demon Racing on the hard... no, he's not set, has he? I think Demon might have just set a lap time. Not too sure. Everternity and Kefman. Oh, Everternity spun it. That will not help his tyres one bit. Everternity, he's not had the best of sessions. He's going to run over the grass. That's not going to help one bit. Kefman on a lap right now in the Mercedes. Of course, what this league aims to do is to give the drivers who didn't really prove themselves in... oh, there's a racing point, I believe. He's revving. He's revving it out. That was very interesting. That's just cut a load of speed for him. He really does not like his engine, I suppose. Look at that. He's almost out of ERS completely, and he's going to abandon this lap. That'll be him coming to the pits then. He'd be stupid to keep going on this lap. Yes. He's going to come in. Alex also coming into the pits. 1:35.2 for Everternity, of course. He's going to want to improve that. And I believe he is trying to do that right now, but I don't think he's got the ERS power. I did not follow along with this at all. Prime Vilzu sets a 1:16.4. Tops Juan and Jimmy. Currently 6 drivers in the 1:16s. Those drivers are Prime Vilzu, Juan 2004, 6:23, Jimmy Hust, Pilot Plane, Laggy Racer, who literally has just gone on. What the flip happened there? He's coming into the pits. And Alex YTB 14. As now they're all coming into the box. Jura Games out on a lap though. He is 6 tenths up. This can propel him ahead a couple positions, I think, if he can just nail this third sector. As there is Juan immediately responding to Prime's lap with a 1:16.475. That was a great lap from him. What can Jura Games do? A 1:17.1 puts him 7th fastest, ahead of Laurie Queen, behind Alex YTB14. And it won't be long until we see some more drivers in that top 6 who have the 1:16s. There is an Alfa Romeo going straight on. I believe that is Juan, yeah. Gonna allow for Jura to go back through. He might be preparing for another lap here. He's in non-ERS, either that or he is coming in on an in-lap. Kefman now on his out-lap, and I really hope he can do. He's a big fan of revving out his engine, isn't he? See, how's he gonna do it through here? Okay, it's quicker through here. Of course, it's on his outlap. Currently, Mercedes drivers lining up 15th and 16th. They're actually pulling each other in tow. I think this could be some good strategies to help. Is your boy Kryn, the man who is sitting behind Kefman, who arguably does need it more than Kefman. He's currently bottom of the drivers who have set times, and I think he might just... no, he's not lost it. Now starting his lap, opening DRS, it is Kefman 03. Now through into turn 1, revving up the engine on the brakes, engine braking used to full effect. A bit of a dodgy line, I would say, but he is gonna pursue on over the split. It's a 0:28.66 and wow! Whilst we were watching that, Pilot Plane set a 1:15.9, and then Game Freak set a 1:16.0. I really should be focused more on just one guy, as now everyone really is just in the pits. Geordie F1 currently is on a warm-up lap, I believe. It says he's on a lap, but he's going very slow. So yeah, he's in non-ERS. Ryan Webb, he's 8 tenths up. What can he do? 1.1 seconds quicker. I don't... wait, has he not been classified on my timing sheet? Racism. Oh, it was invalidated. That's a shame. That really is a shame for him. Kefman in the first sector. Did he have an incident? No, he did not. He's gonna back out of the way. Still yet to settle up. We only have 2 minutes remaining in this session, and he is still yet to settle up despite running on loads and loads of tyres. Trying to go out on loads of laps. Pilot Plane is going to start a lap though. What can he do? Currently, oh, never mind. He's coming into the pits. What a wallad. One man who's going to stop this race. Stop this race. No, he might actually be on a lap here. Yes, he is. He's pushing, I think, but he's not got much ERS to do it. So whether he can is a mystery to everyone. Currently I have 1 viewer, which is a great shame. Whoever it may be, welcome. Hope you're enjoying this. I might try and get some other new faces in just by putting the link. Oh, Game Freak, gonna put it in non-ERS. Either he's backing off on this lap, or this is what you're supposed to do in the final sector. And he doesn't really need ERS. It's looking like an alright time so far. He's going to come up, pull into the pits. That will be his qualifying session done. Jimmy House on an outlap. Currently the gap is 4 tenths from second to third. Alex is giving up he's retired from the session. He's going to take at most P3. What can Laurie Quee. That will be his qualifying over. The best he will be able to do is 9th now. There's no way he can get back. Geordie F1 is gonna give up on this lap. He's gonna settle for 11th. Demon Racing goes 3rd fastest. And that propels him onto the 2nd row of the grid. Currently though, it is Pilot Plane and Demon's gonna retire. Currently, I think no one's gonna catch Pilot Plane. There's a 5 place grid penalty for Is Your Boy Crin, who actually hits Jura Games. I don't think anyone's gonna contest here. No, I think all this is set in stone unless Jimmy can do anything about it. He is currently on his lap. All eyes on him, but he's 5 tenths down. No, he's 2 tenths down. So 7th might not be on the cards for him. As Prime actually displaced Juan, I didn't realise that. Juan down in 5th now after being top of the session. Jimmy is not looking strong through here, and I don't think he's going to be able to improve much. No, he's going to stay 7th fastest, 2 tenths down. A valiant effort from him though, as who is still racing is Geordie F1, who is taking his sweet time, and that is no top 10 for him. That means Geordie F1, the Eternity, Ryan Webb GB, S Milano, Is Your Boy Crin and Kefman, they all get a fresh set of tyres for the race starting. As now we're going to run through the qualifying order. It is Pilot Plane topping the session with Game Freaks in P2, only 1 tenth down. Then Demon Racing was able to get so close within them. He sets a 1:16.1. Then it's Prime and Juan taking the 4 and 5. Laggy and Jimmy 6th and 7th. CRL Alex YTB 14 in the Racing Point sets a 1:16.9. Jura Games in 9th place. Laurie Quee rounding out the top 10 with Geordie F1 only 1 tenth down on him. Oh, 2 tenths. Okay, and I guess I don't get to finish. As now we are going to await the start of the race. Now it's an awkward waiting stage. Of course, there will be the formation lap. We have to wait for that. Now we have 6 viewers actually. Default setup, got to love it. I have a sneaking suspicion that that is sarcastic, my friend. Is now Juan has actually just lagged out of the session. Someone's jumping. Oh, they almost came to contact. I think Demon and Laggy that might have been. Game Freak's been disqualified. So has Laggy Racer. No, it's Laurie Quee. I don't know who'd spectate. 7 people was watching this. Wow. Welcome to the stream, anyone. Pilot Plane for the win. Progan Jimmy, I'm Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy. Young Pizza's a Pilot Plane fan. Well, Pilot Plane topped qualifying in the Toro Rosso. He came so close to winning in Spain. He was almost taking position over Laggy Racer. Then they made contact. He ended up, I believe, down in 7th position. And Gorgie went on to win that race. Gorgie not present today, so that's unfortunate for him. He will not take, got a 4th or so win in a row, if you include the practice races, which I will. Gorgie's absolutely lethal in this game. one to watch out for in the championship. Coming through now in the third sector, we're going to have a look at the driver standings, if there is any. I'm not sure there actually are. So Gorgie currently tops the championship, 25 points. Laggy, a direct rival, on 18 points. He's very close behind him. And Ryan Webb as well, he's present. Navgo is not here. Jura Games is here. Alex YTB, Pilot Plane, they're also in the mix. They're in 6th and 7th respectively in the championship. But now I have no clue why that is a camera angle. It believes that the Ferrari's ghosted, which is probably because he got disqualified on the qualifying lap. Not qualifying lap, formation lap. But now we are just about ready to go to 5 red light. I don't understand, why is that a thing? That's the most stupid camera angle ever. No, I'm not taking that. We are just about ready to get going. There's now 5 red lights, and we are green. It's a good start from Pilot Plane. He's going to cover off. It's a bad start. Whoa! There's too much happening. Prime is going to jump into 2nd place. And now Game Freak is actually going to have... What a great run. He's going to go maybe try around the outside of Pilot Plane. Pilot Plane's going to keep it in the middle. And oh, whoa, there's a lot of contact. Back in the pack. And as a racing point going off the track, that's Alex YTB 14. As now we look back to the front, Pilot Plane eagerly wants to get past him here. And maybe, oh, Laggy Racer could have made a move there. He thought better of it. There's now, oh, Laggy Racer's he actually had an illegal overtake. Cut the corner and gain a position. Now he cedes to Demon. So Laggy Racer with a 5-second time penalty. Game Freaks is out in front, then it's Pilot Plane, then Demon Racing. Yellow flags in sector 2. That could be Milano. He looks really slow out that corner. There's now Laggy's just dropping back through the field. He might have some wing damage, does Laggy. Laggy's maybe going to try and make a move on Jimmy Huss. He's got no option but to go for the move, and he spins round. Oh no. Laggy, he's just had a dreadful start. And oh, there's a Toro Rosso of Milano spinning again. Bad start from him. As now they complete the first lap, and it's a 1:22.3 on an out lap. Pilot Plane still is trying to catch him though. I think he can. He's got the speed. Getting quite quick up the field though. There's now Geordie. He's made up a couple positions, I believe. Let's change it so it will be position change. So you see 10 positions is your boy Crin. I did not notice that at all. Oh, Alex, whoa, that is a very aggressive and late move on Is Your Boy. He's gonna try follow him through here. The dirty air will not be helping Alex here. He's gonna just cut the track. Yeah, that should definitely be a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but that is giving him the run through here. Of Eternity, I think's had an incident. Yeah, he's very slow at that corner. Alex gets past Is Your Boy Crin. Pilot Plane though sets the fastest lap of the race, so he is gaining on Game Freaks here. The yellow flag, that is Jura and Ryan Webb. Ryan Webb's going to come into the pits now, and that's definitely hurt him here. Now Pilot Plane coming through the switching corners of 2 and 3. Could maybe try and have the run. Milano has left the session. He's retired from this race. An early exit in his RRL debut. Unfortunate for him. I'm not sure what happened quite there. But Pilot Plane's still gaining. Demon Racing don't count him out on the softs in the Alfa Romeo. We know that whoever's in an Alfa Romeo can be deadly. Displayed perfectly by Gorgie, the championship leader. Meanwhile, is your boy Kryn trying to catch up to Laurie Quee. He had an incident early in the race actually. No they didn't, what am I on about? Oh, it was very deep into the corner there. Is Laurie Quee. Jura Games. He's had to come into the pits. Fit a new front wing, I suppose. As now the Everternity is going to get third warning. And oh, look at this. Going to maybe try hang it around the outside of Jimmy. It is going to be Prime. And he's got the move down into turn 1. That was very clean racing from both of them. From what I saw, up to P4 is Prime. Jimmy down into P6, 5. But the man in P6, Alex YTB 14, up 2 positions from his qualifying spot. There's now, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. Who is it? It's Everternity having a nightmare start to this race, but still ahead of Laggy Racer, who didn't come into the pit, so he's got half of a front wing. He's missing an end plate. But look at how close these two are now. Pilot Plane is within tenths of Game Freaks, and you've got to think on the DRS straight, one of the longest straights on the F1 calendar, that he can get the move done. Let's see here. DRS is open now for Pilot Plane. Can he maybe try stick a move into turn 1, or is he going to maybe wait for the second DRS straight? We'll have to find out. No, he's going to hold off for this corner. Demon Racing comes into the pits, and he's fitting a new front wing, so he must have had an incident somewhere. But we're going to focus back on the leading two. Pilot Plane, no, he can't get the move done. He locks up. See that white puff of smoke? That came from the brakes that just locked. Well, it actually came from the tyres scraping on the floor, caused by the brakes locking up. Currently down a position. He's one of the only drivers who hasn't been involved in an incident to actually lose a position. Of course, you really do have to consider what machinery these guys are driving. Toro Rosso, one of the weakest cars on the grid. Ferrari, arguably one of the best. Well, no, not arguably, is one of the best cars, only second to Mercedes. Speaking of the Mercedes, they are down in 8th and 9th, but they have made up a lot of positions each. Very well done to both of them. Oh, there's Kefman. He's missing one end plate on the left hand side of his front wing. And down the DRS straight once again, it is Pilot Plane trying to take the position back from Game Freaks. Let's follow along board with him here. There's battles going on in the midfield. It's Jimmy Hast, and I believe Alex YTB14 and Geordie F1, and then Laurie Quee is now down the inside on Jimmy. That is a very audacious move from Alex, and that is not going to benefit him. Now we get this nice helicopter view of the two fighting for 6th position. They are Geordie F1 and Laurie Quee. Just look once again, look up the field. Jimmy trying to track down the Renault in P3. He wants that podium, he really does. These two have really just streaked away. Have Pilot Plane and Game Freaks. Let's see. Pilot Plane looks a bit further back than he was before. But he's certainly slower on these laps as well. Could his tyres be wearing out? He's not got DRS open. Yellow flag in sector 2. And that is Everternity out of this race. And that is him in the wall. You just saw. Oh, Game Freaks run very wide there. That's not going to benefit Pilot Plane at all. I don't think Pilot Plane would be happy one bit. As yeah, these tyres around this time are going to start dying out. Mexico tyres tend to wear quite quick. You saw in the real life races. They will go and go. As Jimmy now side by side with Alex YTB14 squeezes him off the track. That is perfectly legal, I would say. Alex beginning to lag back and forth. He's notorious for bad internet. I'm sorry to say. Yellow flags in Sector 1 and Demon has just left the session. That is a rage quit from Demon. That is his race over. Unfortunate for him, he was running really well in P3. But now Pilot Plane as close as ever, I would say. Around now he's going to open DRS, and surely he's got this move. He's trying to break the toe, his game freaked, but he's going to have no choice but to let Pilot Plane go through here. Unless, oh, they bang wheels just a slight bit. Going to go back up the inside. It's not going to be enough. Pilot Plane retakes the lead of the Mexican GP, and he will have DRS just for good measure. But for how much longer he's going to hold on? Because Game Freak could come right back at him. He's going to maybe try hold him around the outside. Going to take advantage of the compromised line that Pilot Plane had to take. He's going to maybe try stick a tyre in there. No, he can't do it. Pilot Plane's just got the pace. He's got the traction. Meanwhile, whilst we've been watching that, Alex YTB14 has made it up into P4 ahead of Prime and Jimmy. Pilot Plane now takes a 3-second time penalty for track extensions. As now Jimmy's looking really close behind Prime. He's going to run off the track there. It's going to be interesting on the straight. We'll check back on these guys. Oh, Pilot Plane's beginning to streak away already, proving that he's the one with the pace. And look at that, we're going to go on board with Jimmy Hast. Prime's going to try and hold him around the outside, and that's going to, oh, they're coming to the pits, all of them. They've all boxed at the same time, which unleashes Geordie F1 into P3. That was very controversial, but we will be able to see who comes out first. Is it going to be Jim? It's going to be Prime staying ahead of Jimmy, staying ahead of Alex. So the top two opt to stay out. So does Geordie and Loriqui, Kefman and Isjaboy. They're battling away for P5 right now. Of course, they will have 3 angry cars on fresh tyres right behind them for good measure soon. So, yes. Isjaboy's going to cede position to Kefman. But now let's have a look at the interval. If I do telemetry, no, that's not it. Oh, gap interval. Yes, this is very good. Right, we'll do it on tyre as well. So Pilot Plane still is going to stay out, but Game Freaks is going to come into the pits. Let's see what Geordie's on the medium compounder tyres, so you assume that he's staying in. Oh, these guys are still going hammer and tong, as Alex and Jimmy both take time penalties at the exact same time. So Prime put in the driver's seat here. Well, I guess they're all in the driver's seat. Oh, Jimmy with a bit of oversteer there. Let's go on board with Prime, see what he can do here. As now Game Freaks still in the pit. He's going to come out just ahead of the Mercedes cars. We won't watch that because that's not ready for position. Prime is going to maybe try and make the overtake. Well, Alex is weaving all over the place, really. Going to maybe hold him around the outside. And Alex, oh, Alex has been spun. Oh no, they make contact and Alex in the grass. Ah. Poor Alex, he did nothing wrong aside from weaving all over the place. That didn't really cause the crash. Isjaboy can have a bit of a moment there, but Prime into P7, Jimmy into P8, Alex way back in P9 now. He's almost fallen into the clutches of Laggy, who has not stopped yet. Laggy Racer in P10 after being involved in multiple incidences. He was quick. He was P3 after a while. Not after long. And now his Pilot Plane going to come into the pits. No, he's not. He's going really long on these tyres. And is Lorry gonna pit? No, he's not. He's got Game Freaks for company. It's gonna give Game Freaks the toe on him. He's gonna weave just slightly. Yeah, no chance there, unfortunately for him. Down into P4. He's got two Mercedes, 2 and 4 seconds back from him. Then it's Prime, Jimmy and Alex. Ryan Webb's gonna get past Laggy Racer. These two both had to. Oh no, actually, Ryan Webb's made his stop, made his first of 2. There's no way that those mediums are going to the end after already being on for 8 laps. But Laggy's been on these softs for 9 plus the qualifying laps. They must be screaming, "Get me off, please! I want to die." There's now a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's Lorry Quay. Lorry Quay's lost it. That's really gonna hurt him. VSC has come out, and if you're pilot plane, you are not happy about that, because that's just he missed a golden opportunity to come into the pits there. That would be a real kick in the teeth. Oh, look at that. Drive-through penalties for both Mercedes, I believe. So now they have to. I think Kefman's gonna be wise. He's gonna make a pit stop. He's gonna come onto the hard compound tyres. Plus, he's changing a front wing. Let's have a look. Just see the penalties thus far. I really just want to see the penalties received now for drive-throughs. A lot of 3 seconds. 5-second time penalty for Alex for speeding in the pit lane. There you see drive-through for both Mercedes cars. Of course, they can't serve it under the VSC. Looking back up front, pilot plane. Yeah, he really should be stopping now. I think he's trying to stretch these soft compound tyres as far as he can, so he can be in the optimum window for the mediums. But when that is, I don't know. Could he be boxing this lap? Is he? No, he's gonna stay out for at least another more lap. Prime is saying he was in a sandwich. You're Prime, aren't you, Mohammed? No, I don't know. If you'd like to just. Are you Milano? That could be it. I don't know who you are. Sorry, Mohammed. Oh, you are Demon. Unfortunate luck, Demon. I'm really sorry for you today. Hey, 6 viewers and 9 comments. Hey, nice. Feel really bad for you. You were having a good race. We're on board with you right now. I think you should join back. Give it another go. You're only at 11th. It's a long race, mate. Now we're going to go back up front. Is your boy going to come in to take his drive-through penalty? Kefman now is going to start his as well. Geordie's beginning to catch pilot plane, I think. Yellow flag, sector 1. I think that's Ryan Webb. No, it's not. He's just lost position. I've no clue who that is. Appear to have cleared up now. But is pilot plane now gonna make the decision to come into the pits now after 12 laps of being on the soft compound tyres? Make that 13 actually. He's gonna come into the pits. And where will he come out in comparison to Game Freaks? I think Game Freaks is going to have it here. He's had 4 laps extra on fresher compound tyres. But the gap, that's the real question. 5.46 seconds. And that's just going to keep rising for now. He's actually gone onto the hard tyres, so I'm not sure if the audacious overcut was going to work here. But now it's Geordie F1 leading this race on a set of medium compound tyres that he's been on since the start of the race. Gonna maybe try and look to perhaps go into the softs. We are not even halfway through this race, mind you. Of course, that crossover point is on lap 18. I might actually have to be gone in about 15 minutes, which I don't think we're going to end the race at that point. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's now a lot of tussling down the order. It's coming out after drive-throughs and pit stops. The Mercedes emerged 10th and 11th. Not much really happening on track right now. Everyone appears to be quite spread out. I guess we can just watch the gap from Pilot Plane and Game Freaks. Speaking of Game Freaks, he's gaining on Geordie quite heavily right now. Now that gap's increasing from Pilot Plane to Game Freaks, which is not what he wants to see. We'll see him at the sector split time. He is only 0.08 of a second down on his previous personal best, which I do believe is the fastest lap of the race. After coming 7th, Pilot Plane really wants to win this race. So now the gap starts to decrease as Pilot Plane's tyres have come up to temperature. It's gone board with Ryan Webb. Racing points are 6th and 7th right now, of course. Alex YTB 14 could be higher up the order if it weren't for contact with Prime Vilzu. Very unlucky for him, I suppose, as well. I'm going to branch out to a Formula 1 Discord server to get more people into the stream. Alex has put it into pause mode. His AI is controlling it. That's going to be good for him, because now Ryan Webb GB is going to be able to close in on him. .4 is now the gap from Pilot Plane to Game Freaks. What Pilot Plane really wants is Geordie now, after 16 laps of being on the medium compound tyres, apologies. He's going to now go on to the hards to go to the end of the race. And where is he going to come out now? He's going to come out in P5, I believe. So this means in all the chaos, Geordie's just managed to drive calm and smoothly, and he's made it up into P5 on much fresher tyres than the cars around him by 8 laps to Jimmy Prime and Game Freaks. And it's looking quite cloudy overhead right now. I'm not sure about the weather forecast, but if we see rain, that could alter it very, very much. I'll be back in just one moment. Wait, actually. Ryan Webb's still trying to catch his teammate, who is now back in the vehicle. He has taken it off of pause mode, and I believe he'd be quite shocked to see his teammate, who has just gained a 3-second time penalty. He will have to pit again, but that could be unbeknown to Alex. 14 laps on the mediums. He's gonna may want to start thinking about coming in soon. He's gaining on him. He's gaining. Alex gonna switch to cover up the inside. Not gonna be enough though. He's gonna maybe. Oh, he's gonna try and hold it. But now Alex cedes to his teammate, and yes, now I will be back in just one moment. We are back at the Mexican Grand Prix. Alex YTB14 still trying to track down his teammate Ryan Webb GB, who is still yet to pit for the second time. He's been on these medium compounder tyres for 17 laps right now. Meanwhile, the gap between Pilot Plane and Game Freaks is not decreasing as much as Pilot Plane would have liked. But look at this, Geordie F1 is beginning to catch up to Jimmy Hast. And he might be able to take P4 here. Of course, Jimmy has been drinking and driving, as he says. And now, yes, Geordie now up into P4 in the shitbox. I apologise for swearing. In the very bad car, Williams. P4 for Geordie. Just have a look. See position change. See Geordie has managed to get up 7 positions. Despite actually making up positions, the Mercedes cars haven't been able to do much with it. And despite making up 10 positions between them, they've only amassed 1 point so far. Of course, this is not helped by Eviternity, Milano, Demon Racing and Lorry Qui all having incidents. Of course, Laggy and Jura didn't have one. They did have their own drive-through penalties for speeding under the virtual safety car that happened when Lorry Qui lost it in the middle sector. I'm not sure what happened there. Now getting past a Haas car. It is of Laurie Quee, who I believe left the session. Game Freaks still ahead. You can see Pilot Plane lurking in the background. Let's go back to see the interval. Oh, we could do this. Pilot Plane's losing time to Game Freaks, and he's only 5.4 back from Prime, so not ideal for Pilot Plane here. Right, there we are back. Oh, I've been invited to a session for another league race. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave it here. Alex has been disqualified. That's unfortunate for him, but I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I appreciate you coming along to watch it. Alright, thank you.